Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is a new series of videos I'm going to do for you. They're going to be short videos, and it's going to be on the fundamentals of awakening. And each one will contain, we'll go for 1 point and 1 point only. They'll be right to it, no fat, I hope. So let's go ahead and start with the first one, because before we go to how, let's check and see if you really need to wake up. And it seems like if you're not presently awake to your true nature, it may feel like, well, of course I need to wake up, and that might be true from one perspective. But from another perspective, I can promise you, from the perspective, you are already awake. And that's not really quite it. You are already awakeness. And when I say that you are already awakeness, I mean that you are that which is prior to this, but you include this. This is included in you. This is not other you. When I say this, I'm talking about what is. What is not other than you, but it does not equal you by any means. And what is, though, is completely reliant upon you. And you don't need what is one way or the other. And you do need what is if you want to, you do need the sense of being. In other words, you need the sense that I'm here, I'm present, and it'll probably be that I'm present in a world, and then it'll very quickly go to, and I'm a Fred Davis, and a Fred Davis is a spiritual teacher, blah, 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 blah. But the truth is that you are awakeness. This is awakeness talking to you, awakeness. And you don't need to wake up because you are already awake, but that's the key. I want to revise that saying a little bit because it'll make a lot of sense to you, I hope. The terms awake and not awake are red herrings. What do? They point us in the wrong direction, really. Because they seem to refer to a unit. And I'm not talking to a unit. This is not a unit talking either. It looks like it you can take a photograph of it, you can experience, you can tell a story about it, but you cannot weigh or measure a Fred Davis because there isn't one. There is a unit here, great, 5'9", 170 pounds or so, 175 pounds. And this, but what's actually coming out, that's coming from awakeness. So awake and not awake refers to a unit. Recognizing that you're already awakeness is just noticing that, well, are you awake to this video? Can you hear it? Can you hear this voice? Can you watch these hands go nuts? So if you can do those things, let me tell you something, you're awake. Now, if you're snoring over there, you're not awake. You are still awakeness, but you're not awake in a relative sense. But if you can see these hands and hear this voice, you're awake in a relative sense, and you are awake in the absolute sense as well, in the non-dual sense as well. You just don't recognize it because what you're trying to do is you're trying to wake up a Fred, or the character over there. You're trying to wake up. I was always trying to wake up a Fred. There's no Fred here. How in the hell can something that's not here wake up? It can't happen. So I was also trying to wake up the body, and the body doesn't have the capacity to wake up. Awakeness is a verb. And what I mean, you are a verb, meaning the manifestation within awakeness. Awakeness is that which never moves. But consciousness, which appears within awakeness and is spawned by awakeness, this is ever changing. And this is not other than you. This is not other than you. So that's where we'll start. I'll see you in number 2. Bye for now.